Hey guys, Keaton here from TechSmart, and today Apple held their September event and they released tons of goodies. They released the iPhone 5C with tons of colors, as well as the iPhone 5S in 3 colors. So if you've been following the rumor mill, everything in the rumor mill has come true pretty much, except the rumor of a 128 gigabyte iPhone 5S. So that hasn't come true, but everything else is just spot on, and it's crazy how we know the phone before it's even released. So today we're going to be comparing the specifications in the iPhone 5 to the iPhone 5C to the iPhone 5S. So this should be fun to see where each phone stands and what sets each phone apart besides price. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at the now discontinued iPhone 5. So up first is Apple's iPhone 5. So it's kind of sad to see this discontinued, and I personally feel like the coolest kid on the block now that I own a piece of discontinued Apple tech, in which I haven't even started that collection yet. So this is a great way to go ahead and start. And it's also kind of funny to see that the iPhone 4S is now free on a 2-year contract, and I don't know why they wouldn't have just pushed the iPhone 5 to be free on a 2-year contract, but that's beyond me. So the iPhone 5 starts out at 4 inches with a pixels per inch of 326. It comes in at 1 gigabyte of RAM, featuring the A6 processor, which now is featured on the iPhone 5C, but we'll get into that in a little bit. It rocks iOS 6 depending on when you bought it, but iOS 7 will become free to everyone for a download on September 18th, so that's always great. It comes in with a single flash, an 8 megapixel camera, 1080p video capabilities, which have worked out very well for me in all my Instagram shots. It comes in at 8 hours of battery life with on LTE, and I haven't even been able to get 8 hours, so hopefully with the new 5S and 5C we'll be able to get more. It again features LTE, and it comes in 2 colors, black and the silver. So it's available for all 4 carriers, or it was available for all 4 carriers, and it started off at $199 for the 16 gigabyte model, $299 for the 32 gigabyte model, and then $399 for the 64 gigabyte model, and was available unlocked for $649 for the 16 gigabyte model. So that's pretty crazy in terms of pricing and specifications there, but again, this phone is now discontinued. So let's go and check out some piece of new tech with tons of colors, and let's go and take a look at the iPhone 5C. So now the iPhone 5 reborn, known as the iPhone 5C, with a plastic kind of body and up to 5 colors, which is super cool. So it starts off at 4 inches with a pixels per inch of 326 PPI, so that's always great. It features the new A6 chip, 1 gigabyte of RAM, iOS 7, which is just awesome, and it's really going to give these new phones kind of a new look and feel. It features a single flash, an 8 megapixel camera, 1080p HD video, which just looks gorgeous on any phone, LTE, and up to 10 hours of battery life on LTE. So they must have seen my video, as that is something I really wanted on all the phones, as just battery life is everything for me. If the battery's not working, then the phone's not working. So without battery life, your phone can't operate. So it runs on all 4 United States carriers, and it's available to international and emerging markets, which is super cool to see other people in other countries being able to use some of the iOS gadgets. It comes in at $99 for the 16 gigabyte model and $199 for the 32 gigabyte model. That's of course on a 2-year contract. Now here's where things get a little funky. If you want to buy it unlocked, it starts off at $549 for the 16 gigabyte model and $649 for the 32 gigabyte model. You heard that right. For a plastic phone, $550 will get it unlocked. So seems that's the only route I have to go, because I only buy phones unlocked, as I'm tied down to a weird carrier. But for some people who are looking to get started on the iOS platform, $99 for a brand new Apple phone, it's the way to go. So in terms of colors here, it comes in at 5 colors: green, blue, yellow, red, and a pink, and then a white. So 5 colors to pick and choose from. You can really customize it to how you'd like it. And there's some cases that kind of feature this dotty look on the back, and those start for $29. So you can really just get funky with the patterns here. And it almost seems that Apple is jumping on the bandwagon for colors and cases like we see with the Moto X. And it just is nice to see that the traditional 2 to 3 colors are going away, and they're opening up the entire color field. So that's great on Apple's part. And pre-orders start on September 13th, and you can go and pick one up in store on September 20th. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the flagship, the Apple iPhone 5S. So the Apple iPhone 5S is Apple's new flagship device. It's the device that I'm going to be keeping in my pocket every day, as I'm super impressed with it. And I think they might have watched my video again, because they incorporated a lot of features in there that I personally wanted in the brand new Apple iPhone, and I'm very happy that they did. So for starters, it comes in at 4 inches with a pixels per inch of 326 PPI. It features the new A7 chip, which is the first 64-bit chip out there, making the iPhone 5S the first 64-bit phone out there. It rocks the new M7 chip, which is just an improved accelerometer accelerometer, compass, and it's going to give fitness apps a new kind of life and allow you to use your phone for fitness a lot more than you could with traditional phones. It rocks 1 gigabyte of RAM, iOS 7, which is awesome. I love iOS 7, and on this new platform, it's going to be great. It features the dual flash that we saw in the back housing, an 8 megapixel camera, 1080p HD video, and here comes the real kicker. It can do slow-mo video. Not just, any kind of slow-mo video, but 120 frames per second at 720p HD. So my hand could be traveling like this. It rocks LTE, up to 10 hours of battery life on LTE, so that's going to be great. Hopefully my phone can last more than half a day. It comes in at 3 colors, the black, silver, and gold. That gold one just looks drop dead gorgeous. And it comes with a new feature called Touch ID, which is the fingerprint scanner on the home button. And it's really cool how you can go and unlock it, and they did a nice little demo on it. And it's definitely one of the features that I'm buying the phone strictly for. So it's available on all 4 United States carriers and a few international ones, but we can find that out a little bit later. And it starts off at $199 for the 16 gigabyte model, $299 for the 32 gigabyte model, and then for the 64 gigabyte model, it comes in at $399. Now, if you want to be like me and buy all your phones unlocked, it comes in at $649 for the 16 gigabyte model, and then you just travel upwards about $100 each double of gigabyte you do. So here comes the real part with it. You can go and get cases for $39 and customize the colors, and that's great and all. They seem to be really pushing that, and we might not have seen this from Steve Jobs, as he was very traditional. I love the way he did things, but it's kind of nice to see a new face for Apple. But the thing is you cannot pre-order these devices. Wait, what? You mean you have to wait in that dramatic line to go and get the new phone on September 20th? That is how it's going to go. So my Apple Store is going to be a free-for-all. I'm going to be in that free-for-all, hopefully at the front of the line, being able to pick up all these devices. And it only starts for $199, so that's great. But the only in-store pickup it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. So you can pre-order the iPhone 5C, but you're going to have to go and pick the brand new iPhone 5S in the store. Thank you guys so much for watching this video on the spec comparison between the iPhone 5, the iPhone 5C, and the brand new Apple iPhone 5S. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and the specifications to these phones are pretty booming, and I'm very excited to see how they hold up against other phones, and we'll be doing tons of comparisons. So if you want more content, let me know in the comment section down below on some pieces that you would like, and go and hit that subscribe button up here or right below my face in the description below, as you'll be notified when I produce a new video. And trust me, the next month is pure Apple. There's going to be so much Apple goodness that you might be eating apples on a daily basis. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if this is a piece of content that you want more of and you want to see what these devices can do when we have them hands-on. So thank you guys once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.